Hello children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the 9th chapter from your Honeycomb book, and this chapter is A Bicycle in Good Repair. So in our previous video lesson, we had started this chapter. I was explaining you how the narrator decides along with his friend to go for a long bike ride. That means for a bicycle ride. But eventually we see that he said that his bicycle troubles him sometimes. So for that reason, the author's friend, okay, the man who was to accompany him in the ride, decides to repair the cycle. Okay, so when he examines the cycle, he finds that the front wheel, the cycle's front wheel, needs some good repair. Okay, so we had seen a number of ways in which he thought he can repair the cycle. He just unscrewed the wheel, front wheel, and then again they decided to screw it back after all the examination. Okay, so we had also seen how they had decided and how they lost some of the nuts, yes, some of the screws and bolts. They only got 11. Actually they had unscrewed almost 16 of them, but they found only 11 on either side. Like they fixed on one side, they fixed 6, and on the other side they fixed 5, right? We had seen that. And we were on page number 131. So let's begin from page 131. Thus encouraged, he set to work to refix the gear case. I hope you remember that the writer, that means the narrator, the author, said that he likes the confidence, he likes with which he does this work, this mechanic kind of work. Okay, so all the hopes, and he admires him for his hope, right? So the narrator said that the hope you have, not just only for your skill, I respect you for your hopefulness. You're so hopeful that we can fix this cycle, and the confidence you have in yourself that you will be able to fix it. I admire all of these qualities of yours. After hearing these kind words, such good like a praise, yes, good praise. Now he was very much what? He was very much confident. He was very much encouraged. And now with this we see he started refixing what? The gear case. He started fixing the gear case back to its position. He stood the bicycle against the house and worked from the off side. Okay, off side is the right side, usually towards right side. Okay, so what did he do? He put the cycle on what? Against a wall. Okay, against the wall of the house, and then he started fixing the gear case on the right first. Okay, all the gears and all the chain. Then he stood it against a tree. Again, for the on side, for the left side, what did he do? He rested it, or he leaned it against which thing? Against a tree. Now, and worked from the on side. Then I held it for him. So what happened after on side and off side was fixed? Now the narrator will be helping him out. He held the cycle now while he lay on the ground with his head between the wheels and worked at it from below. So yes, if you have seen the gears, they have to be arranged from all the sides and also from under the cycle. So he lied down, the narrator's friend lied down on the ground between the wheels, and he was trying to fix it, right? And dropped oil upon himself. So while he was oiling the gear and oiling the chains and all, he dropped oil on himself. Okay, then he took it away from me and doubled himself across it till he lost his balance and slid over onto his head. So when he was oiling, means because the oil fell on himself, on him, So he decides to do what? He decides to oil it himself. So for that reason, he was bending. Double himself here means, children, to bend, okay? To little bit form an arch, to bend yourself, okay? And now when he was doing this, he lost his balance and he fell over his head, okay? Now, then he lost his temper and tried bullying the thing. Okay, now children, you must be knowing what is bullying. You use force or coercion or any kind of abuse when you abuse a thing, when you mistreat a thing actually, when you force something on someone, that is your bullying, hurting something, okay, when you hurt someone. Then he lost his temper and tried bullying the thing. The bicycle, I was glad to see, showed spirit. So here, showed what? Showed guts, showed courage. The bicycle was still strong, okay? It did not falter, it did not face any damage. It was still what? Courageous, okay? The cycle was courageous here. Now, and the subsequent proceedings. Subsequent means what follows next, what comes next. All the actions that was going to happen now. Proceedings means the actions here, events which was going to happen. Subsequent means all the next events, okay. Subsequent proceedings degenerated into little less than a rough and tumble fight between him and the machine. Okay, degenerated here means what, children? Grew worse. All, like, see, first he poured on himself the oil container. Okay, then when he tried to oil, when he took it on himself that he is going to oil, he lost his balance and fell over his head. Yes, onto his head now, and again he tried to use force with the cycle. Still, what happened? Now all it looked like what? Nothing less than a rough and tough fight, okay, rough and tumble fight between him and the machine. One moment the bicycle would be on the gravel path, okay. So what did he do? Because he was trying to fix everything, he was trying to get the machine right, get the bicycle in a working condition, in a proper function, working condition. Now in all this process, first what was happening? The cycle was lying on the gravel path with him on top of it, okay, with the friend of the narrator on top of it. Then again what happened? The positions were reversed. See, now he would be standing flushed and he on top of it. The next, the position would be reversed. He on the gravel path, the bicycle on him, okay. And children, rough and tumble means also that kind of fight in which there is no rules and regulations, okay. So here we see again in the next moment what happened, that he was lying on the gravel path and the cycle was on top of him. Yes, now he would be standing flushed with victory, okay, as if he has achieved the unachievable, okay. So he flushed with victory. Here flushed means what? To turn, cheeks turning red, right? He was happy, he was cheerful that he was successful in achieving his mission. Yes, the bicycle firmly fixed between his legs. But his triumph means what, children? Victory. This sense of victory, triumph, would be short-lived. Okay, short-lived means which has a very short, which was temporary, yes, which was temporary and not permanent. By a sudden quick movement, it would free itself and turning upon him. What happened? Because he did what? He tried to hold it between his legs, and in this process, okay, when he was trying to fix it, what happened? Okay, what happened? That it tried to free itself. The cycle tried to free itself, and in this way, it hit what? It hit him sharply over his head with one of its handles. So he again got hurt here. Yes, so it sharply here means painfully. Okay, now at 1:45, dirty and disheveled, cut and bleeding. He said, I think that will do. Yes, after all the struggle, after all the hard work, with all the cut and bleeding, he was now, what was the time? Quarter to 1. What do we mean by quarter to 1? That means it was 12:45. Okay, and his clothes, hands, his face, everything was dirty and disheveled. Disheveled means disordered, okay, which is not in a orderly manner, orderly fashion. Disheveled, everything was mismanaged or misarranged. Now he was bleeding. He has also suffered from cuts, from all the actions, all the hard work he has done, efforts he has made to repair the cycle. Now here see, and he felt glad that he was able to what he was able to make this cycle, or you can say repair this cycle, and rose and wiped his brow. So after he said this, that this will do, what did he do? He just wiped off his brow. Yes, we do that usually when we want to wipe our sweat. Yes, our perspiration, when we perspire, if you want to clean our sweat, so we do that, we wipe it. The bicycle looked as if it also had enough of it, which had received most punishment. It would have been difficult to say. So the narrator couldn't figure out which thing, that means whether the friend or the cycle was more hurt. Yes, he could not figure out which suffered the most damage, because what did the narrator feel? The narrator felt that the cycle was previously was in better condition. Now after the repair, after all the struggle that this man, the friend, did with the cycle has gone to worse condition. Okay, now see here, the bicycle looked as if it also had enough of it. So it was glad, it looked as if the cycle was also glad that thank God I am relieved of this man, because what he was going to do with me. So it was so much relieved, and which had received most punishment, it would have been difficult to say. I took him into the back kitchen where, so far as was possible, he cleaned himself. Then I sent him home. So what did he do after all this work that was done? Okay, after that he took him to the back kitchen, and then later on this man, the friend, cleaned himself up, and then he was sent home by the author. Okay children, so this was it. Okay, and this completes the explanation of the text, and I hope you found this to be a humorous poem, because we see that it was already in a workable condition. It could have easily made their evening, or you can say their morning, a better time spent. It could have been better if they would have spent it like not in this manner. Instead they would have taken a long ride together, but this repair wasn't needed, but still it was done, and the cycle was in worse condition now. Yes, so this way we finish it. Now let's move ahead with the question answers, and before that, let's actually, in this video lesson, let me finish the meanings of the words, which you must be knowing the meanings of them. Okay, so let's get started. Proposed, suggested, number 2, stiffly, hard, number 3, title. Shook. Okay, you know already we have done this word a lot of time. Now whacking. Giving hard blows. Number 5. Hurt. Damage. Number 6. Besides, in addition to. Number 7. Twiddling. Turning. Number 8. Remnant. Remaining part. Number 9. Unscrewed. Unfastened the screw. Number 10. Sensible. Wise. Okay. Number 11. Admit. Accept. Dissuade. Check. Stop. Number 13. Solemnly. In a serious tone. Number 14. Groveling. Searching. Number 15. Muddle on. Muddle on. Play badly with. Number 16. Lunatic. Mad fellow. Number 17. Knack. Habit. Yes, children. Number 18. Turning up. found out. Number 19, ravages. Harm being done by. Number 20, gave up. Gave up is left. Okay, children, complete it till this one now. Please take a screenshot if you want to, or you can pause the video. With this, children, we have finished the video lesson for today. We will meet again with another video lesson. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family. Bye-bye for this.